April 9th, 2019, coming from Kansas City. What we're going to talk a little bit more about, guys, is those groups, witchcraft groups here, and about how some of them, like they say, were talking about waiting for the government to fall and stuff. But all these groups are intertwined. These people intertwine, and they are all connected. And what I'm showing right now is a group. It actually goes to the Rosicrucian, which is like a spin-off of actually the Masons. Now they would get together downtown, by Science City down there, and practice dancing down there. I went down there several times. A lot of the dance groups are connected to the witchcraft groups. Almost all the adult groups are. All the adult groups. I don't know of any. I went through this whole city in about 100-mile radius, and you can't find any that's not connected either to a witchcraft group, church group, or whatever. You cannot find, not that I know of anyway. I think one time I think I went downtown. There was a guy by the name, went to he's Russian. He had a dance deal I went to, but it was the top elite. I mean, high dollar. But this is one of them. Hold on just a second. The group you're seeing right here, I used to dance with some of them. They were cooked in over on the Kansas side. They went all over on both the Kansas and Missouri side. I mean, the groups could run from about 150 to, 250 people sometimes. And, I mean, they danced everywhere. I mean, we used to dance for 4 to 5 hours every night. And this was Church of the Resurrections group. But they were the ones also, like I say, that were pulling the energy. They feed almost like vampires off of you. Not good. Not good at all. All this intertwines. It's unbelievable. And the music industry is some way connected even into it. I was talking to a guy one night, and he was talking about, he was talking about bands. They actually worked on making, guitars, drums, all that and everything. He said, if a band's playing, I said, why would it be bad if somebody pulled your energy like they believe in also like pulling energy from groups that are up dancing and stuff too. And it's like, if you pay to go see a band, or even if it's a free band, who wants their energy pulled? But I mean, some of these witchcraft groups, that's how they believe. I mean, they all of them have different ways they go about all this stuff here. I mean, but hold on just a second. Some have their places that they hang out more than others. This is a downtown bar downtown. I got it blurred out too. It's got the name of a bird that rises from the fire. I've come across many strange people and beings. I can put it that way. There was a lady that went to this bar with a younger group of individuals, and actually she could reverse her age by about 20 to 25 years, guys. Now that would be interesting to know how she did that, or what she was anyway. Anyway, getting on with this a little bit more, wanted to talk about up there at the casinos. And about, I was talking about a gentleman who went by the name of Aaron Wolf that worked for Honeywell, that was making weapons for the government. And he actually got into it with a guy by the name of Stinson that ran another witchcraft bunch, or high up ran all of them in like their camp and everything. And he got he got booted out. And there was another lady that took over by the name of Urban Crone. That actually works up at the Ford plant, what I understand. You wouldn't think when you get into all this, and you wouldn't think like unions and all that. I mean, I don't know that much about all that when it comes to union stuff like that, but you wouldn't think that witchcraft would be a major part. You would think that, there'd be more, in the other part of different other churches and stuff, but it's really thick, really heavy in it. But what I wanted to talk about too was up there at the casinos. I'm standing up there one night and listening to a band play. There's a gentleman who's probably maybe about 30 years of age approached me and was standing there. And he just started talking to me, and then he started going off about the Koreans. He was German. And a lot of them are German. And some are Italian supposedly, but look more like all Germans mostly to me than Italians. There might be a few in there down in the bottoms, but not a whole lot. But where all this comes in is he starts talking about bad-mouthing the Koreans and bad-mouthing the blacks. Now, guys, I graduated in the 80s. I stood when the first, my school, there was only 4 blacks originally up there at my high school, and I stood with one of the first blacks and walked through the aisles with one of them. And I mean, I never seen nothing wrong. I treated everybody as equal, and I think everybody should be equal. But these Germans, man, this is like something back to World War II. He was standing there, and and I'm thinking, he was telling me that, well, another 20 years they'll all be dead and gone anyway. And he's talking about, it sounded like they're just revising the same thing they tried to do before. So everybody needs to have a heads up on this. I mean, everybody, I don't even, when it comes to New World Order or Illuminati or whatever, well, if that's the case, if that's what they really are, if it really is out there, then it must be the Germans. And that's the bottom line on it. Because they got all the money. So everybody's, I guess that's where all this goes, because there were some blacks sitting there too, and I was thinking, how could you be black and have Germans around you talking bad-mouthing you like that? I mean, why would you want to? I got a black friend out in Arizona out there, and we went all the way through school together. I just can't believe the things and the stuff that's going on in this day and age. But people have to decide what they want. I mean, do they want to make a better world or not? Anyway, guys, have a good one.